Xbox One X. Reportedly no video. I've already looked at the ports and they seem to look fine. So what we'll do is set up for a test and just confirm that we're having the problem that they're saying we're having. Be right back. This video is brought to you by PCBWay, your one-stop shop for all your PCB projects and needs. Let's talk a little bit about PCBWay's advanced PCB assembly surfaces. Options include through-hole or HD, many different layer options. They have many solder mask and silkscreen color options, and additional options like custom stack-up, edge plating, and press fit holes. Check out my associates link in the description for a $5 coupon to apply to your first order. Head over to PCBWay.com with your next design. Now back to our repair. Okay, so confirmed, we definitely have no video. We're just getting a black screen from the capture card here. So next step will be to disassemble and down to the board level, and we'll do some testing and looking around and go from there. Okay. Board is out of the housing and we are prepared to do some testing. Let me switch you to microscope so you can follow along. Alright, we're going to zero in. First thing I want to do is kind of check these pins. Just make sure everything is solid on the HDMI port itself. It seems solid. Now I'd like to check the throughput. Make sure we're getting continuity, where we should be getting continuity. On these filters. I've really never run into these filters being bad, but it's never a bad idea to test them either. Okay, everything looks good right there. We're going to switch to ohm mode. And now we're going to measure around the redriver. And what we're looking for is a really high rating, and right now we're only getting like 2K. So that is actually not a good reading. That's a very obviously bad reading. And we'll swoop over here and test around our boost driver IC. Probably low reading as well. Yep, it's like 1K, below 1K. This should be in like the hundreds of Ks range. So this is not always the 100% telltale sign that the redriver is bad. But if you get this reading, it's 100% that it is bad. It can go bad without giving you this fault or displaying this fault in this way, but yeah, if you get this reading 100%, you have a bad redriver. So we will begin to set up, and I will throw up my temperatures while I'm getting my equipment set up. These temperatures are brought to you by the Amazon affiliate links or associate links in the description. If you click on any of those links and purchase anything during that session, it doesn't even have to be one of the pieces of equipment I have listed. A small portion of that will go to support the channel and be greatly appreciated. Okay, switch you back to microscope. And we will begin the removal process. Let us begin. You gotta be pretty patient. These boards suck up a lot of heat. What you don't want to do is sit there and hold your tweezers on the chip, trying to pull it up. Just wait for the legs to wet, once all the legs are wetted, it will come up quite easily. I'm kind of watching this one because it's a ground leg. It'll be one of the last ones to wet. Well, it's not a ground leg, but it's a heavy trace. It's one of the last ones to wet usually. Okay. Now the board's still warm, re-wet. Waiting for the center pad to wet. You want to make sure the solder grabs the chip before you let go, otherwise it goes flying across the room. Okay, get it centered, remove the heat, push down. Re-wet one more time. In place. That's right. Just want to make sure it's aligned and flat. That's what you're going for here. And that there's no micro bridges between the connections. Looks pretty good to me. Grab our meter, have another look, see what our readings are now. Okay, and as you can see, we're in the 549K range instead of hundreds of ohms. Okay, looking good. We're flowing over here to the boost driver IC. Take a reading. Yep. We're now in the high Ks. Thousands of ohms. And the board is still warm, so it'd probably get higher if we let it cool off. But we're going to clean it up. Put it back in the housing enough to test. And then go from there. Okay, and as you can see, it does appear that our reed driver replacement repaired the device. So excellent. Okay, so in summary, we just had a basic reed driver problem. We tested it. We were getting a black screen on the capture card. We disassembled. We performed some measurements on the. We checked the HDMI circuit and everything checked out, and in continuity, so we switched to ohm mode and did some measurements on the redriver and the boost driver IC, and the readings were really low. Again, this is not a 100% thing. It's 100% if you get a low reading on that, the redriver is going to be bad, but sometimes it can fail in a way that does not present in that way. So don't always, don't just 100% rely on just that reading, because you could be mistaken. But if you get that reading, that's 100% the problem. So change out the redriver, everything looks good, and that's it for this repair. I appreciate you watching. I appreciate the channel support, and we'll see you next time.